I'll show you a dish. Very simple.
Winners of Australia's Got Talent.
Hate the way you dance. Do a little spin Let's go there.
The sexy part of the evening.
If I say to you, Jess, it actually didn't look that hard.
So Granny should be able to do this.
Take us out this evening is our band.
They're going to be on those things.
Go ahead and have the wet cookie.
Hello and welcome to Friday Night Live, the very live show.
The very live, and we've got pirate fever this week.
I know.
Army hearties and whatnot.
I love it when a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie comes out because I just love being a pirate.
I know you do. I know far too well, and you're just terrible at it.
No, just being able to do anything, you know, drinking rum whenever you want.
It's true.
Another thing I noticed in that movie, they drink rum all the time, always swigging booze, pissed, doing really demanding things, physically demanding.
Johnny
and
Depp,
mentally
though,
demanding.
he can do whatever the hell he wants.
But they seem to get better at it.
They do, it's true. They get better and better as they drink more rum.
Is there anything that you get better at as you drink more?
Well, I get better at painting my nails if I've had a couple of drinks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know if it keeps your hands steady or something. Yeah.
Well, you can also email us on the show, fnl@wtvperth.com.au. If there's anything that you get better at after having a few, let us know. Maybe you get better at pool.
Yeah.
Maybe picking up chicks or something. I don't know, but send us an email.
Yes, and speaking of people that love to do things when they're pissed, it's Rachel and Aaron who are going to be at Caregies all night. They're very, very live and we're going to be crossing to them, so hopefully they'll have some fun stuff for us later on.
I know, they're not talking. That was just a quick wave.
Yeah.
Really quick. In and out.
Yeah.
Now, what did you get up to this week?
Well, before that, we have some very exciting stuff coming up on the show. We spoke to a lovely lady called Lissy this week, who's an American folk singer, and she's very, very talented. And
fantastic. We had a big chat with her this last week, and when she was in town, and I got her to, get a little bit Australian with us.
It's very, very interesting. Everyone should stick around. But yes, this week it was my friend Eloise's birthday, and we went to Cocoa Black to have high tea. There was no cucumber sandwiches though. I was very disappointed.
Oh, at high tea.
I know, right? But there
was
many.
Good tea though?
Oh, so yummy.
What is that?
That is a iced chocolate.
Like a delicious Milo.
Yeah. There's chocolate aplenty. It's like the chocolate factory, but with no Oompa Loompas. But it is in Claremont, so there's a lot of fake tan, so it's about
That's
the
good. That's good. Well, someone that I'm sure who loves chocolate is Mara. How you going, Mara?
How did you know that?
Now, you're having a bit of a run this week, aren't you?
Yes, I actually did, talking about HBF, I did a bit of work for them for the past 2 days, definitely helping them get more people to come and do the Run for a Reason on Sunday, which is, by the way, you can actually jog it or walk it as well. It's not just running the whole 14K.
Yeah.
You can just jog it, and also you can do the 4.5K, which is, smaller circuit.
And how far are you running?
I'm probably going to do the 4.5.
Yeah.
I'm big
Have you been exercising, building up the fitness?
I haven't been training, so I definitely shouldn't go on that 14.
Heaps of power,
Won't do the 14.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And now you are looking lovely this week.
Well, it's reason to everything basically. I tried a tutu because in the city performing Cinderella, the ballet, or Australian ballet, at His Majesty's Theatre. If you guys didn't know about it, it's an amazing show, as you can see here. That's Cinderella dancing, and she's telling the story through dancing. So it's not your typical Disney movie that you're watching and you hear them singing and talking. This is just the dancing.
How do they sort of portray the story?
Well, the choreographer Janie Smolders, she's an amazing choreographer that put together, obviously, so you can see the drama, you can see the evilness of, whether it's a frown or whether it's, an arm movement or, how can I explain? I'm not a dancer. But it's an amazing show, and it's on tomorrow as well. So 2 more shows, guys. Not many, but if there's still tickets to sell, definitely check it out. I think it's an amazing show.
So head along and see the ballet. If for dudes,
Cinderella.
love ballet. Love ballet. Someone who loves ballet and the odd rum every now and again is Rachel. How you going, Rach? Oh, we can't hear her. Okay, now the mic is obviously turned off. Great work, Rach.
We might have a reminding you all that we're very, very live.
And then that's just live TV for you. Well.
Have we got her? No, we don't.
No, we don't have her.
So we've got running in. Appearing from nowhere.
I'm like Rach, but way more prettier.
Yeah,
totally. You know how stuff. You like. Let's get straight into movies and music this week.
Yes.
You know, straight on board. My favourite song at the moment. It's really weird. I love it. Where's Car is back. I know.
At it again.
At it again. Where's Car? Who obviously won Australian Idol a couple of years ago, and he's back with a brand new song. This is it right here. He's got the new hair, the new look,
the new beard. The long beard.
The new beard. Can you even grow a beard, Jesse Lawrence?
Look, I can grow a beard.
Yeah, doubt it.
And funnily enough, I've been, I know I'm going to regret this, but I've been bet to not shave for a month.
Yeah, I was there to witness this.
Travis, if you're out there, yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to stick
So
to
everyone get your magnifying glasses out next
exactly.
week.
Travis is man before they know that you cannot grow face hair.
Well, it could be an
And
easy
we're giving everyone
sometimes.
permission to rip into it as much as
feel
humanly
free. Get on
possible.
the Facebook, 'cause
Yeah,
you know
as
what?
much as you can.
Photos of Jesse is hilarious.
Oh,
Do we have a connection with Rach?
yes.
Rach, have you turned your mic on?
Hi guys, I'm here with Sarah, the manager of Caregies, and it is freezing. Can you hear our teeth chattering, guys? Are your teeth chattering?
Yes, they are. I can't help it. It's just going like crazy at the moment. You've got a jacket on, so.
I'm going to give you a big bear hug after this. Now, Sarah is really good to us each week. She knows every kind of cocktail there is, and Caregies has a lot of good cocktails. Run us through what happens during the week. Tuesday night starts off with a quiz night.
Yeah, that's right. We've got Tuesday quiz nights. Wednesday we've got cocktail night as well. Thursday Palmer night, and Sunday we've got a Irish live music session. And also Aaron was waving at me and wants me to say hi to Aaron. So hi, Aaron.
And okay, so Sundays is Irish dancing. So do you get a bit of your Irish jig on? Go on, show us your Irish.
No, I don't have. No, it's not Irish jig. It's more like Irish live music and stuff like that. So.
Gosh darn it. Oh, okay. So Wednesday nights, I remember I used to always come to Wednesday nights, the cocktail night. Are they still huge?
Oh yeah, massive. It's sort of bigger with the younger crowd, I'd say. Like there's big lines down the street and everything, so it's still huge, yeah.
And then tonight, so more of an after work crowd. Then when does the party really start pumping at Caregies on a Friday night?
It depends. Like you get the after work crowd from 5-6 p.m. and then it stays pretty much all night. So it's good. It starts early. So.
Okay, so I will venture in later on. I'll take my jacket off. I have got party clothes under this. And will you bust a move with me?
Maybe, we'll see if you're lucky.
Maybe the Irish jig. Back to you guys.
Well, thanks, Rach. Now that you've got your microphone working,
Yeah.
that's live TV. And welcome back.
And say back to me.
You get two
I got two
introductions.
introductions this week. I'm gonna try for 3 next week. You watch me sabotage those two. It is happy to be inside. I don't know about you, but whatever. Second one for music this week, we've got Pitbull. Pitbull's back. He's super cool. New song. It's got Afrojack. It's got Neo. It's got Naya. It's got everyone in it. This is such a cool song. It's so catchy. It's one of those songs that you just want to go out and dance, which would be good for poor Rach out there in the cold.
Pitbull just seems to be in everything nowadays.
Well, he's out in the country later on the year with touring with Enrique, but of course not coming to Perth because, God forbid that anyone would come to Perth.
I think my restraining order against Enrique might have a little something to do with it.
To touch six packs a lot. I have seen you out drunk dancing.
6 packs of beer.
Yeah. Clearly,
Always, like what I've got. Straight on from music into movies this week. I went and saw Water for Elephants, which is the new Reese Witherspoon, Robert Pattinson. Let's check this out. This is such a really good movie. It's great.
Welcome to the most spectacular show on earth.
Excuse me, sir, can we help you? You know circuses?
1931. It was the Benzini brothers.
That's the most famous circus disaster of all time. Are you telling me that you were there for...
Right in the middle of it.
The world's run on tricks. everyone plays.
Ooh, intrigue.
Intrigue, yeah. It is such a good movie. It's obviously in cinemas now. You make sure to check it out. Obviously, Reese Witherspoon, one of my top favourite actresses of all time. She's up there with Sandra Bullock. I could have a fight or something like that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, the only bad thing about it is that man right there, Robert Pattinson's in the movie.
Please.
I don't think I could see him and not think Twilight.
Where's Bella? Is she hiding? I was doing that for a while, but just a warning, if you go and see the movie, just be careful. There's a little bit of animal cruelty, and it actually, I went with a vet. Wrong person to take to a movie where there's animal cruelty. She's having like a fit, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine, haha. And then realizing that I was wrong. Yeah. And in honour of Pirate Week, the three of us got to go and check out the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie. It was so good, wasn't it?
It was good.
Let's check this out. It was such a good movie.
I hear a rumour. Jack Sparrow's in London, hell-bent to find the Fountain of Youth.
Don't be a fool, Jackie. The fountain will test you.
Was that really necessary?
It's nothing personal.
You might be better off you just... Stay out of it. Did everyone see that? Because I will not be doing it again.
Super piratey.
Pirates of the Caribbean. It was such a good movie. Now, Jesse, I'm just telling everyone at home, me and Steph were lucky enough, the lady from Disney told us, you left, Jesse.
I know.
There is a scene at the end, so make sure you stay through the credits. There's a scene right at the end, which, Steph, you must admit, leads straight into Pirates of the Caribbean 5.
They are doing another one.
They have to be, the way it all set up.
That ended.
I'm so annoyed that I missed that last
That's
scene.
why you get to wear the stupid hat.
Yeah, you feel guilty.
We got cool stuff.
We've got the great stuff. That's the funny thing. But yeah, make sure you go and check it out. It was in 3D as well, so everyone loves the 3D.
Everyone does love it. Well, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Aaron is hanging down at Carnegies, and I think he's talking to some bouncers. Hey, Aaron, can you get them to put you in one of those chokehold things?
I can do that, guys. I'm down here, and being a bouncer is pretty awesome. I'm actually with one of the lead bouncers, one of my friends. How you doing, Rod?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
As you can see, Rod's gone with the tough bouncer look today. He's got the earpiece in, and one thing I wanted to always do was be a model, but obviously that didn't work out, so I'd be a bouncer. How did you get into bouncing, Rod?
It was a long time ago, mate.
You just discovered you were huge. And sometimes bouncers have to deal with some real... I just want you to pan over. This is live TV. This guy's representing the Irish Awesome. What's your name, mate?
Paddy.
You were talking before. Paddy, why are you talking now?
Well, I was just wondering, can you do the shuffle?
You can do the shuffle? I can do the shuffle.
Can you...
Seriously now, what we want to do is we're going to go back. We're live down here. I can do the shuffle. This is what happens. It's going awesome down here at Carnegies. Now, Rod, they've asked me, can you put me in the chokehold? Just the chokehold? It's a basic move bouncers do. We call it... Bouncers don't use the chokehold. One question I want to know is, why do they call you bouncers?
It's an old word, mate.
If you hang around, if you come back in about 20 minutes, Rod's going to show me why they call them bouncers. Irish people are being represented by some really awesome people down here. Carnegies is going to be fun tonight. If you want to get warm, get down to Carnegies and have some fun with Rach and myself. We're going to be here all night, Rod. Is that okay?
Yeah, as long as you behave yourself, mate.
It's got to be... You're a mean-looking guy, Rod.
You got to do the right thing, mate.
I'm going to be back hopefully later and I won't be in a chokehold. So I hope you guys are safe in the studio because my job is riddled with a lot of tension.
Thanks, guys. I really wanted to see that chokehold.
I know. Maybe next time.
Now, our musical guest for this evening is Amanda, and you've got your fantastically haired friend, Tim. That's just amazing. You're like a lion.
Like the paddle pot lion?
It's good. Now, Amanda, you got your album coming out, and the song that you're playing for us, The Curse, it's about skipping the country.
Yeah, essentially running away from something and leaving the country. And when
Did you actually skip the country?
Yeah. Yes, I did. But yeah, there was no criminal offence I was running from. Just, personal dramas and whatnot. So yeah, sometimes if you run away from things and leave for long enough, they go away.
And you've got a very interesting album cover for your new album. Tell us about that. You're wrapped up in string.
Yeah, I guess the album starts off with being very caught up in a certain situation, and that's kind of the vibe of the whole thing, like just being absolutely like stuck in one place, and by the end of it, it ends differently.
And how did it feel being wrapped up in string for the
It was
cover?
actually really terrifying because we're on the top story of a really old building in Perth, and there's only stairs to get into the building, so if there was an emergency, I wouldn't have probably got out alive unless they rolled me down the staircase.
Tied up.
Yeah, a couple of broken hips.
The whole situation sounds really dodgy.
That's how I like it.
Well, we'll let you guys get into the song. Here is Amanda and Tim with The Curse.
Woo! Thank you.
From the bottom of this earth I lick my wounds, and they mock me as they never heal to scars. And when I leave this place, if they give chase, I will move so fast. And from the city that never sleeps, if they find my footprints in the snow, well, I'll run until the spring where everything will melt away beneath their nose. And everything I ever lost, I will get back. Everything at any cost, I will get back. And from the bottom of this curse I buried hope, along with many other things. But come next year everything will clear, and I will have a new song to sing. And if my past comes screaming down this track, if it tries to lay on me that curse, my words are true and clear, I will be here to bury it at the bottom of the earth. And everything I ever lost, I will get back. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody
Check it out. Check it out. We're planking.
Yeah, we
We're
figured
planking.
there wasn't enough media coverage around this, so we might go into planking, and as a result, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Now we're planking. Well, that was... I don't get this whole planking.
I don't even think you were doing it right.
Is that a lot of fun?
Oh, hey there. Didn't see it. Just casual plank. Oh,
my God. This is where
See, that's the danger.
The danger of planking.
There's so many right angles.
Yeah, I just don't understand planking. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
We have a lot of examples being shown all through the media of people planking.
I know, but I mean, yeah, it's getting shown everywhere.
Yeah.
I've never done that was my first time planking.
My first
Oh, that makes you a planker, you know that, yeah?
Oh,
You guys are now plankers.
here's some examples of
There
people.
we go, planking on something.
Is it just showing core strength? It's just the Pilates instructors all over the place.
Lack of friends. I think that's the bigger thing. Lack of a social life to make a person laugh flat in the face.
So this guy's just on the road.
I'm pretty sure he's passed out.
He's I was just taking a photo of that.
He's just drunk.
He's just pissed. So there you go, planking.
Planking. Who
What's
knows?
the deal?
Head down the toilet. Come on. What is that?
So that's the morning after being passed out.
I can say, Steph, you look a lot better with makeup.
Now, we got an email after last week's show, guys.
Oh my god,
This is great news.
It was a bit embarrassing. I've got it on the old iPhone and I'll read it out to you now. It's a bit of a hate mail, so be cool.
And
now,
it relates to something you
what
said
we
last
said
week.
about fat women having thighs that steam come out from between, like it's little cells in their body being like, we need more coal, which legally hilarious, right?
Which who would have thought that would offend someone?
No one.
This sassy broad was all like, subject eggs, first of all, way to be relevant. Hearing that comedian talk about fat chicks was terrible, full stop. Like, what a bad scene, bad first impression. So maybe
got something to say.
Here is the
we've
rebuttal.
got something to say.
We've both written a poem each.
We've both written an apology poem that we thought we're sorry.
Off you go.
Pretty much, and this is how it goes. So, to all the boombalars who blow out suspension on cars, all the lollies you eat make your boobs touch your feet, and your stance reminds us of lard. Now, while we won't date, please don't ever hate. On a scale, my standards outweigh you by far.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you.
I think you'll find mine's a masterpiece. It's a bit more serious.
dear,
Don't cry. Please, you can if you want, I guess. So it goes... Sniffles? Tissue? Already. Okay, here we go. To all you fatties, sorry you're fat. Thanks.
Is that, well, if you're still offended...
Yeah.
I think apologies were felt.
This is where I would love to give their direct emails instead of ours to just pass it straight on. But what are you telling us about this week, boys?
Now, tonight,
We're looking at the end of the world. The world's going to end tomorrow, apparently.
That's what everyone's saying.
Oh, wow.
It's what everyone's saying. So we've made a little bucket list about things to do before the love version. So top of the list, obviously, is marriage, isn't it, Colin?
Yeah, we're saying propose to a girl. Any girl you find, just to get it off your mind, because tomorrow you're probably going to die. So pretty girls, nice girls, girls that are asleep.
That's an important
whatever, whatever you want. Just walk up to them and say, will you do me the honor of giving me your hand in marriage so I can use it later tonight? That is all we're saying. All we're saying.
That one will work every time, Colin.
It would. It's a lovely one.
Schmoozer.
It's a lovely one. Also, secondly, I don't know, but if you've got nothing to do, I guess, and you're really rude, you could send an email to a public access complaint.
Yeah, if you're really, if that's
is that what you do on weekends?
Just bitch to a public access program. Yeah. Or maybe some presenters that work really hard to make up what they say 2 hours before the show.
2 hours? That's actually more than I expected.
That's some pretty specific love advice there.
That's a bit insulting, but okay.
What else do you have to do before the end of the world?
Well, it was drugs, wasn't it?
No.
Look, guys, if you're on drugs, look, this is the last night. Maybe get off them. I think just one night, just go straight.
Or if you haven't tried drugs, maybe get on them. And if it's not the end of the world, go to a methadone clinic and wean yourself off.
Thanks for being on the show.
On that super high note.
That was some fantastic advice. Looking forward to it next week. Now, as you can see on the television screen, Aaron and Rach down at Caregies, and Rach is getting into a bit of planking.
How are you guys? Now, we just want to be clear, planking is dangerous unless you do it with protection. Obviously, all the guys here are very responsible and they're all wearing condoms. So you don't do planking without condoms. Rach, how is planking?
You know what? It's a lot of fun if you just keep to safe planking, which is all about just being creative. And this one, this guy, interview this guy.
How are you guys?
I'm good, yeah.
Now, have you guys planked before?
No, I've never planked before, but I'm feeling this girl's boob as we speak, so I'm...
Breast. It's a G-rated program.
Her breast, yes.
Okay, now, guys, I think you're doing a good job. I can see a lot of wood here for the planking, and when you do planking, you've got to make sure you have really good cheerleaders, like we had in the background, our friends that have been following us all night. Now, as I say, I think planking's a good idea, as long as it's safe.
Yeah, you have to take precautions, yourself. Wrap it up before you strap it up,
Are you talking about planking?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you think you can plank responsibly and respectfully, we would like to see you down to Caregies.
I've never seen this half of you, Aaron, before.
It's kind of looking the wrong way, isn't it? Thanks for choosing into adult TV, tuning in. Rachel, how does it feel? You've been there for at least a good minute.
They're keeping me warm. You guys are cuddly. Thank you.
It takes a lot of strength and muscle.
It does. It would take a lot of strength to hold me up. So thank you, guys.
Okay, so remember, we on the roving segment do not encourage planking, but obviously these guys, when asked, you jumped at the challenge to hold a good-looking woman in your hands.
That's it. You never turn a good-looking woman down. You know yourself.
Okay, guys, I think I've got to rub Rachel down and just get her back on her feet. But we'll be back before we leave this tonight, so make sure you come back to us because we're here. Rachel's okay.
Okay, planking successful.
See, so there you go. Plank responsibly,
Plank
kids.
responsibly with cheerleaders.
With cheerleaders, and if you can cop a feel, then
everybody wins.
Everybody wins, absolutely. Oh, we've got an email from Natasha. She just had her dog planking in the bath.
Across a bubble bath, I believe it was, as well.
there you
Yeah,
go.
that's an adventurous pup.
That's a great way to plank. Plank with your pets. There you
And
go.
if you don't want to spend your time planking in Perth this week, we've got some very exciting stuff coming up. We've got the Bindaring clothing sale, which is at Claremont Showgrounds. And I know for a fact, last time there was a second-hand clothing sale in Perth, Jesse, you bought a kimono.
I jumped at the chance to get some vintage
Stupid
clothing.
stuff.
Some awesome stuff. I'm there in my kimono.
And what was
chilling.
the second thing you bought?
It was a denim jacket. I'm bringing denim back. I haven't worn it because every time I bring it out,
Marty McFly called. He wants his jacket back.
Whoever I'm with is like, dude, no, you can't wear denim.
Yeah, which is why I have much respect for your friends.
Oh, thank you. Now, I know you like to laugh, Steph.
Yes.
And so this week, the Wild West Comedy Festival is on all over Perth. Fiona Loughlin's doing a show at the Hellenic Centre. We got Mikey Robbins and Tommy Dean and Joel Creasy, a Perth lad.
Yes.
He's going to be in town doing a show, so make sure you get along to one of those
And
shows
Tim
as well.
Ferguson, he's a very personal favourite of mine, and he's at the Astor the next couple of days.
And you might recall, a couple of weeks ago, we had a band called Sun City on the show.
Yes, we love Sun City. That's what the bumper stickers say, yep.
Yes, and so it's the Whammy Festival this weekend, and Sun City are playing at the Court, so make sure you get onto one of the heaps of shows that are on for the Whammy Festival.
Yes, and also this week, one for you, Jesse, there is a Spanish film festival on in Perth.
I'm all about Spanish films.
It's the 14th one. It's at the Cinema Paradiso, and there's a huge film that's been getting international accolades all over the place. It's called The Last Circus that's going to be showing, and if none of that makes you want to go, this awesome video would.
Yeah?
Yep.
Is it in Spanish?
Yes.
Is there subtitles?
Look at the excited kids.
Fiesta! What is that? Peculiar.
I highly doubt that's how you say it. They're super excited.
Divertido, fantastico.
So this is the trailer for the film festival. So they're super excited.
Yeah.
So imagine how they will be when there's actual movies on.
And you have to read subtitles for the whole movie. Awesome. So I'm going to head along and see a Spanish film.
Yes.
At some point. Ben Folds, remember him?
Yes, he's a brick and he's
Fantastic.
drowning slowly, I hope.
Yeah.
Otherwise I've got
He's
the wrong
a
one.
fantastic piano player. He's in town. He's playing with Kate Miller Heidke and at the Riverside Theatre, so get along to that Tuesday night. Another fantastic artist who was in
Yes.
Perth recently was
Yes.
Lissy.
And who's a very cool lady. And she's an American folk singer, and she's got an awesome voice. She's a little lady, but she can sing her ass
Fantastic
off.
voice.
Yeah.
And we had a chat to her, and so let's have a look at our chat.
It's your first time in Perth. Have you found it?
I've only been here long enough to eat some food, but it's been great. I love the weather.
What did you eat?
Chili and lemongrass vegetables with rice at this Vietnamese spot down the street.
So your album that's out at the moment is Catching the Tiger. How did you find recording that?
The whole experience was really, kind of therapeutic, I guess, and also just it was nice because I felt like I really could say that I was working hard.
And when you talk about this album, it actually sounds like you've done heaps of work. I was working on Catching a Tiger, had my net, had my tranquilizer gun, was jogging every day.
Yeah. So it's like very physical.
And your bass player plays the drums with his feet.
We have a drummer in Australia and Europe and stuff, and so sometimes we have a drummer. We usually have a drummer now, but when I met my band, it was just the three of us, and we, we're doing all kinds of different gigs where we just sort of drive ourselves, and we didn't have a tour manager or anything. And so it was sort of like I got two band members, or one, how do I say, like 2-in-1. One person, you know, so like he could be the entire rhythm section. But Lewis, he's just really talented and really smart and like a great musician. So yeah, he does the bass and he does kick drum, hi-hat, and snare with his feet. And you know, totally keeps the time, like totally settles into his groove, and people are always really impressed by that. They just don't know how he does it, and it's really sweet because when we do the 3-piece shows, like it's like we all have our own cheering sections. Like you got like kind of the nerds that want to hang out in front of Lewis that are like, oh my gosh, he's just so technically brilliant.
Is it like, look, we don't have a drummer, Lewis, you're going to have to learn how to play drums with your feet? Or is he like, oh, you know what, guys, I can play drums with my feet. Don't ask me how.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even something he'd done. He just picked it up, and then the more he did it, then the more he sort of built his own setup, like where he had a certain kind of like trigger in a certain size snare that he got special, and you know, has his little, you know, became an expert at it.
A lot of Americans have a few myths about Australia.
Well, I guess you think of like the outback and like the bush and like kangaroos and koalas and all these things.
Well, there's a myth that drop bears, they're like koalas and they're in the trees and they'll drop down on you and scratch you.
They come out at night. Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I feel like you just made that up right now.
Ah, such a cool chick. Now,
very, very cool. Now, Jesse, what did you make our poor lady do?
Well, you know, when Americans come to Australia, you feel like you need to impart some cultural knowledge onto them. So I took a footy along on the day and taught her how to kick a footy.
Well, clearly you can't kick a footy.
Well, she couldn't kick a footy, but she was pretty good at hand passing. It was fantastic. She was all about it.
She did well. She was very into it. It was very nice.
Yeah.
And oh no.
Yes, and then
actually, that wasn't a bad kick.
See that? But that was also a one-handed mark. I mean, so thanks.
And now you pretending to do one-handed push-ups and taking screamers on me, which I wasn't entirely happy with.
Yeah. So what was an interview with Lissy ended up us just playing with the footy.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now Aaron and Rach are still down at Caregies. What have you guys gotten up to now? I'm sure.
Hey guys. Well, what I've done is I've rubbed Rachel down so she's flexible enough to walk again. How did you find planking?
It was not too bad with 4 strong men. They were keeping me warm. That was the benefit of planking with them. But I would say keep it safe, because planking's meant to be about, you know, being creative and just keeping it in a funny scenario. None of this off the top end of buildings and stuff. That stuff's become illegal.
Did you feel wood? I mean, did you feel like wood?
Yeah. No, I didn't feel any wood. No.
Those guys, seriously, 2 of them asked for your number. The third guy was married and he still asked for your number. Rach, you're a good bit of wood.
Yeah, good bit of wood.
Good bit of wood.
How did you go tonight? Talking to some bouncers? Did you talk to?
Talked to some bouncers and met some nice people from outside of the country who we finally had the police take away. Yeah. I tell you what, the Irish, I love you, but you guys drink hard.
Are a pain in the ass.
Your planks.
Yeah.
Your planks. Now, we're back here next week, Rach, so how about we get some people down here and come and chat to us?
Yeah, definitely come down. Amazing cocktails here. We're going to go and have a cocktail, and the dance floor starts burning up about now. So definitely come see us at Caregies next Friday.
Come and see the disabled man, like it's a registered move and it's crazy.
No, don't come for that, but just come for the good company, the good cocktails, and it's all happening at Caregies again next Friday.
Okay, guys, by the way, Jess, your mates want to know if you want to catch up later.
I do want to catch up later.
And here I was thinking he was going to say something controversial about planking.
Yeah.
He didn't, to his credit.
No, it wasn't about planking.
No, this is true.
Now that's it for the show, but we've got some emails.
Yes, we mentioned one before about a dog planking over a bath, and hopefully we have the photo coming up.
Oh! That is amazing! That dog, honestly, that's the best planking photo I've ever seen.
He really doesn't want to have a bath.
Commendations to that dog. That is fantastic.
And we asked at the start of the show what you get better at when you're pissed, because in Pirates they're swigging rum the whole time.
Yeah, and they're sword fighting.
Yeah.
Picking up, you know, other things and captaining boats.
Assorted pirating activities.
So yes, we've got some emails. Rob from Bayswater says that he is a fantastic dancer after a couple.
See, I'm a terrible dancer to begin with, and then if I've had a couple, it just gets worse.
Well.
It's just all terrible. And Kendall says she skips with her arms. That's impressive.
Do you do that? Don't you have to be double jointed to do that?
I think so.
Do we have a photo? Do we have a photo of skipping with your arms? Of Kendall? No?
No, we don't.
Sarah from Subi cooks muffins and assorted bakery goods.
Surely that can't be safe. But anyway, you can email us every week at fnl@wtvperth.com.au. Anytime you like, email in and we shall read it out on the show for you. But that's sadly the end of our show, Jesse.
It's sad once again, but we're here next week.
That's our pirate ending.
I want to get some rum.
Well, thank you very much for being with us. And now to take us away, we have our lovely guest, Amanda Merdzan. I can't say her last name.
Amanda Merdzan.
Yes, and they'll take us out. Thank you.
Amanda.
See you guys next week.
Lights go down before me, and your eyes are so enticing, and I'm sorry, and I wanted to hold you and feel you and fold you around me, but I'm so sorry. I wanted to hold you and feel you and fold you around me, but I'm so sorry, sorry. And I'm running through dark streets, and your eyes all wet and glistening, and I'm sorry, and I wanted to hold you and feel you and fold you around me, but I'm so sorry. I wanted to hold you and feel you and fold you around me, but I'm so sorry, sorry. The engine starts